Hello there, hello everyone. My name is Kyle and I am the co-founder of Prout, an LGBTQ plus meetup and support platform dedicated to improving the belonging and the confidence of the LGBTQ plus community in Asia. And I would like to welcome you currently to the current live stream. Now that is current with a Q, and this is our monthly live stream where we speak to change makers from the LGBTQ plus community across Asia. And we are very happy to have you join us today. We're just gonna hold on for a few seconds as we wait for a few more people to join our stream. And I would like to welcome you, of course, to the current live stream. And we'll be speaking today. Today we'll be meeting a very inspirational 18-year-old. Now you might have known that Singapore had recently shown that the movie Love, Simon, which is a teenage rom-com story featuring a gay boy, the movie was rated R21 in Singapore when it was rated in other countries as a rating that was slightly lower. And this, of course, enraged a lot of people within the LGBTQ plus community, many of whom felt that the movie could have been shown to a younger demographic who could have understood the meaning of being LGBTQ plus in today's social landscape. And this 18-year-old decided to take matters into her own hands, and she started a petition to bring down the rating of the movie from R21 to NC-16, and it garnered widespread recognition. And she was recently featured in a video on Pink Dot. Of course, Pink Dot is the annual LGBTQ plus gathering, also for allies as well. And they are having their event, this year's 10th event, on the 21st of July. And they had recently featured Thasha's brilliant work along with some of her woke friends, as we were to call it, getting this petition up and running. So, first of all, huge thanks to Pink Dot Singapore for allowing us to embark on this collaboration together. Thasha is actually currently right now live, so we're just gonna get her and get her to come in. So we are going to be speaking today with our current live stream. Hello to everyone that's currently watching. Hello to everyone. Really appreciate you tuning in to us today on a Sunday night. Hello, Thasha.
Good, fine, thank you. What about you?
Doing good, doing good. Really great to have you on our show today. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being on. Tuning in is for our guests. Thank you very much for being on today. We had actually met at the Pink Dot media launch event. And it was really great, hearing your story, and that was also the first time people got to see your video, and sort of the efforts that you were doing. I want to take you back to that time because there was a lot of cheers, a lot of reaction. When people got to hear some of the things that you and your friends had said. I remember very clearly there was a quote about how someone said that, oh, if I watch Love, Simon, my child will turn gay. And I think one of your friends said, we watch Harry Potter, we're not wizards. There was a lot of cheers in that crowd. How did you feel seeing yourself up there, seeing that, you had this petition, you brought the community together, and this was something that was sort of recognized within the community. How did you feel seeing that?
Proud of myself because I haven't done anything to this like magnitude before. Like everything I've done, maybe it's like impacted very small, but this one like took it to another level almost. So I felt very proud of myself. I think my family is proud of me. I hope they are.
Yes, I mean we got a chance to speak as well with your family, who I think should be really, really proud of what you are doing at your age to bring the community together and really bring forth the change that we want to see. I'd like to take you back, and also our guests back, to those who don't have a lot of context to what is it that you did. We had explained to our guests, those who are our viewers who are watching, that you were the main organizer of this petition to bring the movie Love, Simon down from a R21 rating to an NC-16 rating. How many signatures did you get out of that whole
I
process?
think now, since it's still open, maybe more than 20K signatures.
More than
Yeah.
20,000 signatures for something that you and a bunch of friends decided to do. So I mean, you started this petition, it got this overnight sort of success. What did you learn from that process of putting together that petition?
I learned that you cannot just do it in like 5 minutes at all. You have to do your research on what you're making the petition about. So it can't just be like a split second thing. So you have to know like where the ratings in other countries are, why you feel so strongly about it, and then you start like writing the description of the petition almost. Yeah.
That's fantastic that you took that time to really sort of research and present a compelling argument. And obviously, this was recognized by Pink Dot,
Yeah.
which decided to have you as one of have you in a video talking about how you and your friends got together to come up with this. How did you feel when they approached you and they said, Thasha, we want to talk a little bit more about what you are doing?
I felt honored that they approached me because I didn't realize how big the petition had become and how many local people have actually seen like the petition. So when Jun Feng like approached me, I felt very honored that they wanted to do a story about that itself, and not because I felt like low-key like this isn't like much of a big thing until he approached me. And I was like, wow, yeah, this is big.
And I mean, the fact that you managed to get so many people together and so many people to sign up. When was that moment when you knew that this was something that could have a bigger effect? Obviously, you started doing this with your friends, got together to kind of pull this together. When was that moment when you began to knew that this was something that was way bigger?
I think when Junfeng approached me to do the Pink Dot video, before that already I was starting to think like, wow, this is getting a lot of signatures. This just like can't be a one-time thing. I have to continue raising awareness for like movies like Love, Simon that may come out in the future as well.
That is fantastic that you are going out to talk to people and really make them sort of open their eyes and see that that it's more than just Love, Simon, really.
It's definitely more than Love, Simon.
Right. What made you decide that you had to start a petition? You had to get this out there. I mean, obviously, when the movie came out and it was rated R21, there was so much, there was a lot of discussion within the LGBTQ plus community. What was it that made you decide to let's do this?
So like when the first trailer came out, I think it was last year around October, if I'm not wrong. So the rating hadn't been released yet for the Singapore. So me and my friends were like, wow, this movie it's so cool. There's like actually representation for the LGBT community and it's actually showing in Singapore. So we were very excited. And then in February, March, it came out that it was R21 in Singapore. So that's when I started, was like, wow, seriously? I've been waiting for like how many months to do this. So you could say it came out of anger, the petition, but then it turned into obviously something more than that. Yeah.
What was that moment when you say it turned into something more than that? Could you just explain that a little bit more?
So like I did it because I was annoyed, I was like, this is ridiculous. It can't be 21. It's a love story. There's like no gore, there's no violence, and I was just very annoyed. And then after I realized that there's so many other movies with the same themes that are R21, and it's just I guess it was sort of like a wake-up call that censorship in the media is really stopping like people from realizing that the LGBT community are just humans, Mm.
Right, right. I hear you. I hear you. And what are some of your experiences with the LGBTQ plus community so far? I mean, do you have friends that are
Yeah,
within
I
the
have
community? Uh,
so many friends which
sorry?
are in the LGBT community, even though they aren't necessarily out, they are comfortable with me that they tell me. So yeah. And they're very nice. They're really normal. You wouldn't even realize that they're in the LGBT community until they tell you. They're really just like normal. I don't, yeah.
And I think so just to sort of echo your point there, the fact that the LGBTQ community is pretty much just like anyone out there. It's a very normal community. Everyone just sort of ends up doing their own thing, and just living their life the way that they do. It's sort of a testament to, I guess you would say, what is being shown in Love, Simon,
Yeah.
in which this is a very normal relationship, very normal things that
Mm.
happen to teenagers. It just so happens
It's
that
gay.
the main
Yeah.
character is gay. I hear you, and I think we need to really emphasize this point. You are
Yeah.
18. And this is really amazing to see, because I think 10 years ago, when Pink Dot first started, uh, it wasn't even sort of a full the park was still
Mm.
relatively small. Maybe just to share, I was one of the first few people that went to the first Pink Dot, and I've been to every single Pink Dot ever since. And it's really interesting to see how this community is growing, but more so, how young people like you have sort of come forward and taken things in your
Yeah.
own hands. And I just wanted to ask you, where does that come from? Where does the initiative to just get up and go? Where does that come from?
So, usually the government, I guess, are always saying that the future is in the kids and like the younger generation, right? So I thought, since they keep saying that, I'm gonna do, like what I want to do. I'm gonna voice out my opinions because every voice matters. Like, you deserve to be heard. Yeah.
I hear you. That's really, really inspiring. And I wanted to just reiterate this for a fan question. We had so many people that sent in questions for you, Thasha. So really thank you to everyone that
Mhm.
sent in questions for us. We don't have a lot of time to answer
Mhm.
everything, but we had this one question from an anonymous
Mhm.
user. Of course, one of the benefits of
Yeah.
sending in questions through our question form is that not many people in the community are
Mhm.
out. So we really treasure privacy. So someone who had sent in a question anonymously said, what kind of advice would you say to young people out there, those who are, fronting social projects like yourself, who are confronted with naysayers, people who think that, your contribution is so small, nothing will ever change. And these naysayers could be your age or people who are much older. What would you say to them?
Mhm. I would say surround yourself with people who you believe support you and love you for who you are, even though you aren't out publicly. Also, I would say just try not to listen to them too much. Just be proud of who you are and who you want to be in the future as well. Just be true to yourself. Yeah.
I really, really, I think I think what you said was, something that's very meaningful, because oftentimes we land ourselves in situations where we have a lot of people around us
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
no, saying it shouldn't be possible, and and really what's stopping us from completing, from fulfilling our whatever we set out to do. It really is,
Mm.
up to us to surround ourselves with these kinds of people, and I think that's
Mm.
very, very important what you just said, and very wise as well. And I hope that everyone who's watching today really, really sees that advice. What advice do you have for for teens and allies around your age, if you could talk today, to
Mm.
like people of your age, maybe even younger, those who are either, trying to wrestle between coming out, or allies who want to support the community. What would you say to them?
Say, like I said, just don't regard the haters, I guess. Just disregard them. Just how do I say, don't care about what they say, you know. You just really have to like stay true to yourself as well. Just like when I started the petition, I was scared about what my old classmates in secondary school would say. But then I thought, wow, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care, honestly. Like, I believe I care for this community. I believe that this is important to say, so I'm just going to say it.
You have I mean, I'm hearing a certain sort of, sense of confidence there. That's like, I don't really care what
Yeah.
anyone thinks of me. How do you build that up? Because I think for a lot of people, there's some people are still struggling with that confidence,
Yeah.
struggling to like be assured in themselves and be assured of who they are.
Oh, it's a long process. It's really, honestly, because I used to be scared of everything. I was like stage fright and all that. Yeah. So I
Right.
think fake it till you make it, honestly. Yeah. That's how I started. Like in primary school, I was so shy, and then secondary school, I thought, wow, this is a new beginning. This is some like an opportunity for me to change my who I am. Like, it's an opportunity for me to become like a more outgoing person. So yeah, so I made friends along the way. I finally made friends in secondary school, and then yeah.
And just decided to go out.
Mm.
I think that's amazing. And for people who are still, I mean, personally, I do know some people, who are still like in their 30s and in their 40s and still struggling to have that self-confidence and have that sense of assuredness. And I think, what you just said, is very, very exemplary and probably even an inspiration for anyone else. So thank you for that. I just have one final fan question
Okay.
for you. So if someone's, we talk about this, I think in your position you were able to sort of associate your face with the petition and be able to be comfortable with that. Some people are still sort of in the closet. They find it very difficult to associate
Mm.
themselves. They're very scared, what might happen if my family or friends might find out. So for those, for that particular community, they want to support the
Yeah.
community, but they're scared of being having their identity associated. What are some simple forms of activism, or maybe just even activities for that community? What would you recommend for
I
them?
think there's a lot of anonymous chat groups, for LGBT in all over the internet, like Twitter. You can maybe Twitter, Instagram, even like different kind of apps also where you can be anonymous and also be surrounded by people who are just like you who want to stay anonymous as well. But there's a lot of maybe LGBT um sorry what's that word uh what's that word I forgot that word, like charity. You
Are
can
you talking about support groups,
charities.
or are you
Yeah,
talking
there's
about
also charities.
charities?
Yeah, where
Yes.
you can just support them by maybe donating whatever you can, maybe if you still want to stay anonymous like that and still want to support the community, because there are like shelters, LGBT shelters which need like some funding as well, that maybe people who want to stay anonymous can donate to if they want to help the community.
That's definitely something that that's definitely a way that people in the community can support. That
Yeah.
there are many shelters, not just many organizations out there. Uga Chaga
Yeah.
being one of them, the Inter-University LGBT Network being another one of them. So and also the legal guidebook. Which was produced by Same But Different. So many
Yeah.
great organizations doing work out there, and I really do think your sentiments about being able to help these communities is a great way for people to
Yeah.
give back to the great work that everyone's doing. So thank you for that. So we are running out of
Yeah.
time. So we just is there anything else that you would like to say to all the people that are watching right now?
What? Oh yeah, also happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month,
Yeah.
everyone!
Yeah, and
Yes,
also
definitely,
stand
definitely.
up for what you believe in. Don't let other people like tell you that you can't do it, because you can. Obviously, I never thought the petition would reach the heights that it were today. So even though a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not gonna work out and stuff like that, but it did do something at least. So never think that you can't do it because you can. Yeah.
And I think what's even more important than that is knowing that whatever that you're doing, if it's with good intentions, I think the community will just come around to it and will support it, and it will just sort of have that effect on some way. So it's fantastic that you have taken the initiative, an 18-year-old on your laptop just coming up with something like that. I think it really shows how far we have come. We have progressed as a community, and that everything that we've done is by our own effort. And the more we start putting in our collective efforts together, the more we will begin to really realize change. Hopefully, we can see the change that we want to see. So on that note, I will end this chat. Thank you very much, Thasha, for speaking to us.
Having me.
We really appreciate it, and all the best for whatever else that's happening ahead with you. And we really appreciate what you have done for the community. So thank you very much. And to everyone else, thank you. To everyone else that's watching, thank you very much for joining us on Current Live. Again, this is a monthly live stream where we speak to LGBTQ plus change makers in Asia. And we have a few more live streams lined up for you. So please feel free to stay updated on our current Telegram chat. If you're not on our current Telegram chat, you need to get on it right now. It updates across Asia. We deliver news every Monday and Thursday. And the best part about it is that you can remain anonymous. So no one will know that you're in that group. And on that note, my name is Kyle. I'm the co-founder of Prout. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again for another Current Live stream. And to everyone else, if you would like to a replay shortly after, so you can see this video whenever else you want to. And don't forget to share this video to whoever else that is that's interested in listening to what Thasha has said. Thank you very much, everyone, and we will speak to you soon. Bye bye.